How's everybody doing? How is everyone doing? That's like 4 minutes, 30 seconds. That's good. How's everybody doing? This is Mr. Hardcore Mode, where nothing is easy. Warriors and Witches, how y'all doing? And God bless. We are here with a pretty boisterous or bolstering sort of hard rant stream that we got. We got reactions. We got stuff to talk about on Sony. We got stuff to talk about with the Bethesda backlash, with the unions, whatever the fuck is going on with there. And I guess we have something related to Stellar Blade that we're gonna go ahead and watch. I appreciate everybody being here. Thank you so much. Sorry, I gotta stay healthy. Good evening, Pineapple. You're still at work. I feel you. I feel you. A lot of people are still at work. Let me eat a little bit. Let me snack up. I saw that Wizard of the Coast ain't doing too well because people are not liking the Dark Sun. Maybe because it doesn't look like the Dark Sun. I guess I can understand their plight on that. Can we change it? Thanks, Woodpit. Appreciate you being here. Sorry, I'm just munching a little bit. Let me munch. Let me munch. Let me munch. A lot of people are not happy with Homer's Odyssey. A lot of people. I'm not even happy with it. I'm not even happy with it. I don't like it. No glasses yet? No glasses yet. Wait, you think I'm blind? Think I'm blind? What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say? Okay. Maybe. I'll change it up a little bit. I like the Highlands one more. Lotor music was sick. I didn't have any Lotor music. The reason I don't have Lotor music on is because Russia, well, a part of Russia, doesn't like Lotor music. So I stopped playing Lotor music. And I'm over here just like, why does Russia not like Lotor music? It's like, because of the Soviet Union. They don't really like religions. And I'm like, okay. Well, I would rather play Lord of the Rings music, but I do like my Russian fans, so I'll keep the Lotor off. godless. Didn't you play it like a week ago? Yeah, you probably were fine, but some parts of Russia don't like Lotor music because, well, that's because parts of Russia are evil. They don't like this. They don't like this. They think it's evil. They think it's evil. I can't wait to read that with you guys. That's gonna be fun. I thought about audiobooks while reading these books. I gotta read them myself. I feel like audiobooks take away from learning. That way you have better speech patterns. The more you read, the more articulate your words will come out. You wear the glasses well. I'd look like Chester Molester with glasses. Bro, with me? Hold on. What? For me, I appreciate that. There's a certain thing that I cannot wear because it makes me look... Yeah, a Naruto headband. I can't wear any sort of headbands. I look... Just no. Just no, I can't. I can't wear headbands. I just look like a complete loser. All right. So we are going to do this. We are going to do this. Yeah, I just look like one of those people that are on the spectrum. I'm that black kid trying to get with that hot gothic white chick. And I'm just like, hey, would you like to become my Hinata? And I'm like, nigga, it's not gonna fucking work out. Glasses make me look like I'm developing. Okay. Okay. Let's do this hard rant. Let's do it. You look dope in a beanie? Me too. Look like the dude from Shot Caller. Oh, man. All right. Chill it out with the snacks. Let's do this. All right. Hey everybody, this is Mr. Hardcore Mode where nothing's easy. Warriors and wenches, how y'all doing? And God bless you all. I just got away from seeing Spider-Man Brand New Day. It's the newest addition to Spider-Man, of course connected to the MCU, but still pretty much on its own as just Spider-Man. It's kind of weird how they link up certain things when it comes to, like, let's say, Daredevil, Punisher, even with Bruce Banner, that sort of thing. It's really weird how they connect certain things, but all in all, even though there were some things I didn't like about this movie, I'd say definitely go for trying out this movie on your own. And yeah, give it a look-see. I'm going to do this is not a spoiler-free sort of video. I'm just going to tell you right now, it is worth a watch. But there's some things that I have to talk about where I'm just like, this is stupid. This is stupid. If you just did this, the movie would be great. That sort of thing. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering if I like Ned or Zendaya, Do you see this? You see what I'm saying? I do not like Zendaya at all. I definitely don't like her being in this film. I just can't stand. She is so astroturfed. Let's just keep going. Okay, so this takes after the whole thing with Spider-Man trying to erase people's memory of Spider-Man with along with Doctor Strange in the Far Away From, I think it's Far Away From Home. There's too many names. Okay, basically Doctor Strange tried to help him out to have people forget, but all in all, everybody pretty much forgot. Everybody pretty much forgot Spider-Man like completely. And so I thought this was going to be like a whole goodbye thing, that he was going to be away from Zendaya. She's not MJ. I thought she was going to be away from Zendaya, from Ned, that fat piece of shit. I want him to go away. I want them all to go away. But no, they're back. They're back. So let me try to give a rundown of every character except one, because I want to hold that off. Spider-Man is really... Tom Holland being Spider-Man in this is really good, but him being a weird-ass fucking stalker after he just made a choice to have his friends, like, forget about him, I get that I could understand that Spider-Man wants to see his friends again, but it's getting fucking annoying, okay? I think they're just doing it for fan purposes because people like Tom Holland, Zendaya. Oh my God. I hope this whole thing with Spider-Man and Tom Holland are at a close after this. I hope so, because I'm done. I'm done with Zendaya. I like Tom Holland. I do. He's a good kid. Kind of dumb here and there, but I think he's a great dude. I think he makes a great Spider-Man. But them two together? No. Just fucking no. Just stop. Okay, you're not MJ. Whoever the fuck this Ned kid is, throw him out to sea with a solid brick attached to his foot. Okay? Let's move on to the next one. Punisher. Let's hang up. Listen. The Punisher was okay through the first half of the movie. The second half, I was like, okay, we can wrap up the Punisher. No more Jewish Punishers, okay? Okay? Because now all of John Bernthal's fucking characters sound the same, okay? They all sound the same. Every single movie, even the Odyssey, which he shouldn't be there, he's over here saying, like, let me tell you something. And I'm like, bro, he's always telling us something. It's getting funny at this point. It's getting funny. But I would really like it if that chapter was finally closed and we moved on. Now let's talk about Hulk, because everybody knows that Hulk is going to be in this movie, of course. I told you it's going to be spoilers. Hulk is in this movie. Oh, are you talking about where's Dave Banner? Yeah, nobody gives a fuck about Mark Ruffalo. He could shut the fuck up, okay? His hair looks like petrified broccoli, okay? Let's move on to actual Hulk. Hulk, 10 out of 10. I wanted Hulk. I wanted more Hulk, okay? I wanted way more Hulk, but we didn't get that. We got some Hulk, and it was great when Hulk came up. I just wanted more Hulk. You see what I'm saying? Okay, you see what I'm saying? There's this one character that is a police lady. She's supposed to be white, but for some... okay, alright, well, she's part of the comic book section, but listen, I could go without her. The police lady. I'm sick and tired of these, like, girl boss shits, where it's just like, oh man, who's in charge of the precinct? Oh, it's a woman. Who's lieutenant of this place? Oh, it's a woman. Oh, it's like, who's the mayor? Oh, it's a woman. And I'm over here just like, what the fuck are we doing? It's like, women don't want to be in these positions. You're just throwing them in there. And then before you say, are you scared of women? Nigga, the lady that was in the movie is like 4 feet tall. I could throw this bitch with my I could throw this bitch off the bridge with my dick. Okay? We call them cock push-ups. Okay? Let's move on. Okay? Her and her ugly kids, get them the fuck out of here. Okay? But the reason why I say this is because I think this is a moment where Spider-Man is trying to become, he's changing. He's becoming an adult. And when you become an adult, you want to be around men where you can like learn something. He doesn't have any friends-ish. He doesn't have anybody he's with. And so I think it would be great if he had a male role model around. I know that was Tony Stark, but this is a great moment for Spider-Man to probably branch out and meet new people, maybe Black Cat. But I'm afraid that that if we try to do Black Cat, the fucking like Sony and Disney are gonna be like, oh, did you say black? You know what I mean? So I'm just over here just like bring Black Cat, maybe Gwen, Harry would be great. I would like that, but we're not going to get that because we gotta focus on the same people. We literally just wiped their memory. So if anything, if I'm correct, Spider-Man in the previous movie, he wiped the memory of her friends without their consent. So I'm over here like, actually, got a point. You wiped your friends' memories in the previous movie without their consent, and hats off to the person working on this film. Like, hats off to you, where you guys stuck to that and you didn't try to do this whole, oh yeah, I remember you, Spider-Man. Oh no, they just don't know him. They don't know they don't know Peter Parker. They don't know Spider-Man. And I thought that was a great moment. And so let's move on because I want to keep on going. There's another character that's in here, Yelena. Okay, let me talk about Yelena real quick. Yelena is the one that took over from Black Widow. I'll show you. I don't like her at all. The person in general, I really like. I think she's fucking great. She is overutilized, but underutilized at the same time. And so here she is. Like that's her. Like that's Yelena, the one that is supposed to play as the new Black Widow. Well, here's the thing about this character. Whoever it is, I think it's Kevin Feige or something like that, they love this character so fucking much. They love this character so much. Like, they threw this bitch in here for no fucking reason. And you know what the fuck she did? She like, Spider-Man needed some information related to some, like, to save some people, but he didn't have the information, so he couldn't ask anybody else except this bitch. And I'm just, you know what would have been great is to see Yelena, and she's in her shack, and because if I remember correctly, previously, she wanted to have a home to live in. She wanted to have friends, and she wanted to like live a normal life because she was through that whole organization that with those girls. You remember what I was saying? But no, she's completely alone, and her house is literally a fucking hot tub. I shit you not, it's a fucking hot tub. And I'm over here just like, okay, that's great. Seeing her in a hot tub would be nice. No, she's just slouched over in the middle of the fucking hot tub like some weird ass gremlin, and she's just like, oh, we're not gonna have talks, Peter. He's like, we're not gonna have talks unless you take off your clothes, Peter. He's like, we're not gonna have these conversations unless you take off your clothes. Reverse the roles. Well, ladies, it depends on the person, doesn't it? Let's have Mark Ruffalo tell Zendaya to get it and take off your clothes and get inside the tub. Oh, now you're weirded out? Wow, I'm so glad that you're keeping up finally. It's fucking weird, okay? So he got in the tub, they talked, and I was just like, why is she here? And then the first thing that she brings up is fucking potatoes. And she's like, I know you got little potato missions over here, but I gotta focus on big potatoes. Whoever wrote that, Kevin Feige, whoever wrote that, they should be fired and they should be shot. Please make these characters be more realistic, please. Any amount of just, like, literally any amount of realism to these characters would do wonders for your movie. This is a grown-ass woman, and every time that she speaks, she sounds fucking retarded. Yes, she's attractive, but you're ruining her. Also, her Russian accent is pure garbage. I'd say just throw it the fuck away. Maybe give her red hair. I don't fucking care. So, let's get back to Spider-Man, because she was just only there for a cameo. We want to talk about the antagonist, and here we go. The antagonist is actually Sadie Sink, who was Max within Star, who was in Stranger Things, and she actually plays Jean Grey. Now, you could have picked any person with telepathy or telekinesis or any sort of power to mind control. You could have chose Emma Frost, because Emma Frost was actually a bit of a villain before the whole X-Men thing. But you didn't. You chose Jean Grey. You chose to act like Insomniac. That's what you did. You got this frumpy ass, like this. You did. Sadie Sink, literally Max from Stranger Things is Max in Spider-Man Brand New Day. And I'm over here just like, you're the same fucking person. You act the same. There's nothing. You're both the same. Jean Grey is one of the first X-Men, and she's very polite and she's very kind. There are moments where she's a little bit brash when people mess with her, but all in all, she's very kind and she has a very motherly style to her, you know, to how she acts. That's how she and Scott Summers met, and that's how they kind of blended together. But they decided to go, you know what's great is to have every woman be like a dyke or a villain, or let's just talk about not being a villain. I'm just saying every single woman in these sort of MCU shit, they all either gotta dress up like a man or act like a man. Every fucking time. Jean Grey is a girly girl. Surprise, surprise. Does she have bad moments with her powers? Yes, but those are accidents. They are trying to make Jean Grey to be like, oh man, this moral ambiguity bullshit with a villain. And so they made Jean Grey literally become a villain. That's right. Jean Grey fucking killed people in this movie. I think she killed like hundreds of people in this fucking movie. It's insane. And you want to know what happened at the end of the movie, which really killed the vibe of it? I'll tell you in a minute. So, Spider-Man is going through a bit of a transformation. His arachnophobia, not arachnophobia, his arachnid side is levitating way higher than his human side. And so he's trying to figure out how to balance the whole thing. And I find it kind of, he's got high tech out of fucking nowhere. Usually comic books know how to explain these things, but this nigga out here trying to figure out like molecular balances and like DNA balancing. And he's just like, yeah, let me put this in the back of my neck. And I'm like, Peter, you're in this rundown shack in the middle of New York City and you just got this shit? And I'm like, all right, you could tell me that you got Tony Stark money or something. I don't know. But anyway, he's trying to figure that out. Every time when his arachnid takes over, crazy stuff happens, and he can't control his abilities. So that whole sort of thing happens for a while, and it pretty much happens all the way up to the end of the film, which here's the part where I find it kind of interesting, is the fact that Punisher comes up and melds up with Spider-Man, and they sort of have a back and forth sort of conversation amongst each other. And I think that sort of, I wanted more of that. You know what I mean? I wanted more of Punisher and Peter Parker having those moments, but we kept on they really wanted us to push back to fucking Zendaya. And I was just like, every time when Peter Parker was Spider-Man and he was pretty much alone, things were great. But every time when he got near these smaller fucking subsection characters, I was like, bro, can we move on, please? Can we fucking move on? Every time when there's a hero around Spider-Man, it's great. Like, we could talk about, like, even Bruce Banner between Peter Parker, or even, the whole thing between Hulk and Spider-Man as well. There's like a really touching moment later on between Hulk and Spider-Man, which I find kind of really good. I wish there was more fight to it, but it's fine. And so what it all comes down to is pretty much Jean Grey is doing crime in order to get within this company's billing to find out how to get VMAX. And what VMAX actually means is, I don't know why she didn't say this in the fucking beginning, she's trying to get her sister. That's basically what this is. Now, if I remember correctly, I think Jean Grey's a fucking, like, single, I think she doesn't have any sisters. But if she does, if I'm slipping up or anything, here's one thing that I know didn't happen in Jean Grey's past. Jean Grey and her sister did not sit around in the park and try to mind control random people for fun. That's right. Her and her sister were just sitting around. They didn't have any parents, and they were just using their powers to control random people at the park. And they were over there giggling like, oh my god, look at, I'm controlling these people. Look at that, I'm gonna control this little girl. Ah ha ha. And then her sister gets captured by basically damage control. There's a whole, I'm surprised that they had a black guy be the enemy in this movie. Surprise, surprise. I guess we're learning. Anybody can be a villain. Yay, we're learning. No way. What? I didn't know we were here. So, damage control grabs the Jean Grey's sister. Jean Grey can't help her out because her sister prevents her from trying to do that. And pretty much she wakes up and her sister is completely gone. And that's why Jean Grey goes out and kills hundreds of people. Is that what we're doing? And so this because there was moments where Peter Parker was right there. He made sense because he was working with damage control and he was trying to find Jean Grey. And I was like, and out of nowhere, Spider-Man said the most base shit ever, where she was mind controlling one of the random people that were walking around. And the person that was speaking was saying like, he's like, you're gonna side with damage control? They're trying to kill us. He's like, no. He's like, they're trying to prevent you from killing people because you're dangerous. And he's right. He's right. And Jean Grey is not helping. You just mind controlled people in the park for fun. For fun. So you can miss me with this whole shit like, oh man, they're bad. But then later on, we find out the damage control is actually very, very bad. And I'm just like, really? This is awkward. I'm over here just like, actually, damage control could do there's so many things where I'm like, okay, damage control can do so much good, but then they just went out of their way to be like, okay, they're really bad. And I'm like, okay, so now we got to take care of 2 villains now, because apparently later on, you find out that damage control out of nowhere is, I don't even know how to say this, but somehow he had a few soldiers from the Hand, the Hand, and I'm over here just like, yeah, we hire these people because they're just misunderstood kids, and I'm like, they work for the Hand, they're not misunderstood. Well, what are you talking about? Bro, one of the most demonic forces of evil, and he's like, oh, they're just misunderstood. We're gonna have them work around. Yeah, they're not gonna listen. We're gonna let them hold like a whole bunch of weaponry and just walk around and protect us. And I'm like, okay, so I'm over here trying to understand what damage control is. Okay, so you're evil, but not evil enough to make sure to check and see if the Hand is on your side. Does that make sense? It's the balance of them trying to be evil just makes no sense. No precautions whatsoever. Also, there's this whole thing where even damage control was working with Spider-Man, but Spider-Man is one of the things that they would like to... It's weird, you know what I mean? Maybe the reason that they're not focused on Spider-Man is because they don't want to receive any sort of political blowback, because obviously Spider-Man, neighborhood Spider-Man, they don't really want to, it's like, listen, we know Spider-Man's in New York City. We can find him out any way we want, but if we start trying to kill Spider-Man and then people find out we are trying to kill Spider-Man or take control of Spider-Man, yeah, they'll shut this whole fucking place down. And so I that's what I would assume. And so later on, we finally get to the pivotal moment where Jean Grey is trying to breach damage control and find her sister, and then she ends up pretty much controlling the Hulk. And I'm like, finally, some fights. And I'm watching the Punisher use regular bullets. And I'm just like, why is the Punisher here? I'm going to be honest, the Punisher is smarter than this. The real Punisher is smarter than this. He would actually go out of his way and try to take certain arsenals from other villains or heroes, and he would be like, okay, well, he wasn't in his right mind, but there was even weaponry within damage control that could have done harm to the Hulk. And I'm over here just like, yeah, he would do that. But no, he's just carrying around a light machine gun. And I'm like, what are you going to do with this? What are you doing? What are you doing? And so then it gets to the point that I was just like, okay, just get rid of Punisher, bro. Just get rid of him. Or at least get rid of the writer, because this is dumb. So they had to do a thing where one person had to deal with Jean Grey and one person had to deal with the Hulk. And I'm over here thinking to myself, yeah, it would be smart for the Punisher not to deal with the Hulk. I get it. But I think Punisher would be a really good person at subterfuge. You know what I mean? You don't have to kill the Hulk. But I think the Punisher would have been really cool if he pulled off some subterfuge, some smoke grenades, and I'm pretty sure the Hulk will just do a slam and then move the smoke out of the way and stuff like that. I get it. We don't want the Punisher to fight the Hulk, But the idea to let an average man go up to Jean Grey? Are we serious? So now Jean Grey mind controls the Punisher like literally like that. And I'm like, oh, this fucking sucks. That was easy. The reason why it would have been easier for Spider-Man to fucking deal with Jean Grey, because she can't really control Peter Parker's mind that much. Like, she has a really hard time doing it. And I'm just like, Spider-Man, you already know she has a tough time trying to mind control you. This is your opportune time to go after Jean Grey. And then Punisher could, like, you know, try to, you know, play around with the Hulk and do something like that. But no, we're not going to do that. But we did have some good moments between Hulk and Spider-Man. It was cool, but it was short, bro. It was really, really short. I think later on, Spider-Man finally... This is the part that really bugged me. Spider-Man had to stick around Zendaya, MJ. MJ has no idea who Spider-Man, who Peter Parker is. And so Jean Grey gets in within Spider-Man's mind and finds out who he cherishes most. And she goes out and hunts and tries to mind control MJ. And Spider-Man really didn't like that very much. But for some odd reason, later on in the game, later on in the movie, he just up and forgot. It's like, yo, I just controlled your girlfriend. I manipulated her into thinking that she remembered you, and then I made MJ jump off the building and try to kill herself. And I'm just like, well, there you have it. Jean Grey's a bad person. And then Spider-Man saves her and shit. And then later on, it just really doesn't make any sense, bro. Later on, when this whole debacle where, you know, Jean Grey stops, you know, crazy shit happens. You can find it out yourself. But Jean Grey, they want to stop Jean Grey. And I'm just like, Peter, I know you're a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, but you are going to get people killed. You know what you could have done at the end of this? Because at the end of all this, I know Jean Grey finally understands Spider-Man for that one moment, but you should have reached her in the middle. Hey, I understand you, but what you did was wrong. What you did was 100% objectively wrong. You could have killed other people. You maimed people. You literally prevented hundreds of people around you to to die. You have to turn yourself in. And then she would be like, it's like, yeah, what I did was wrong. And then later on, while Jean Grey's in prison, you know, somebody's rolling up on a wheelchair, all bald and shit, and says, Jean Grey, I heard so much about you. He's like, what you did was wrong, young lady, but I can teach you to control your powers and understand the goodness of humans and mutants joining together is like under one cause. Something like that. We didn't get that. You know what we got? Damage control is under arrest. Jean Grey leaves. She runs off. We just let her run off. Meanwhile, Punisher over here is being a fucking clown. You'll find out on your own. I'm done with fucking the Jew Punisher. Okay, I'm done with that. He could be somebody else in some other movie and then still act the same way. A lot of these actors and actresses are one-trick ponies. I'm gonna be honest with you. The fight scenes at the end were fucking pretty cool. Some of them straight from Insomniac games, which was fine. I do like some of the fight scenes within Insomniac. Don't like their fucking games and stories, though. Pretty fucking gay. But all in all, Spider-Man was definitely Spider-Man in this movie. I think him preventing Jean Grey from dying at the end was indeed Spider-Man. That's definitely something that Spider-Man would do. he would rather, the true Spider-Man would definitely put Jean Grey behind bars, but he wouldn't want her to get killed. Can we all agree on that? But this whole idea, it's like, oh, run away, Jean Grey. Oh, that these progressive ass Hollywood people, every time when a man is involved, we're so ready to maim, kill him, kick him in the nuts, and then leave him alone to die. But as soon as a woman is involved, especially a villain, they're just like, oh, she's gone through so much. She's gone through so much. And I'm like, yeah, she just controlled a family of 4 with and giggles abound. They were just giggling and they were just controlling random people for fun at a parking lot. Don't come at me going like, oh, she did all this for her sister. No. Before all that. And don't come at me going like, oh, she's just young. She's going through a phase. The real Jean Grey would not do this. There could be a moment within Jean Grey's life where she accidentally does it to somebody and she could feel horrible about it. But this Jean Grey is just like, is that your grandma and she can't walk? Let me try to make her walk. And that's pretty much the new Jean Grey. That's pretty much it. She literally made one old man who looks like just a regular, run-of-the-mill construction worker, and made him get run over by a taxi. And I'm just like, irredeemable. Irre-fucking-deemable. That's the biggest problem with me. Because we had elements of good stuff within this movie. But those last bits, I was like, what the fuck is going on? Also, the whole thing about Zendaya figuring out everything to help out Peter Parker to balance his fucking human and arachnid out of nowhere. She was just on the computer for literally 2 seconds and she was like, hey, can I help you out for a second? Oh yeah, you can help me out. Yeah, I went to school for biology. And I'm like, okay. And she's just like, done. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Get these fucking niggas out of here. Bro. Affirmative action is a hell of a drug. But it is a good movie. I definitely give it a shot if it was you. If you just watched this whole thing of me ranting, I guess you weren't really looking forward to watching it anyways, but that's all I just wanted to say on this film. I think it's still a good movie, but there are some side characters where you're just like, what the fuck are you doing here? Like, Yelena is underutilized and heavily utilized. Punisher is being a fucking clown. Hulk was amazing. Jean Grey was not Jean Grey, and Zendaya is Zendaya. She's not MJ. And Ned, get that little fat brown boy out of here. Motherfucker over here looking like a giant Cadbury egg. Get him the fuck out of here. Anyway, I'm gonna end it there. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you guys all later. Peace. No, that little Asian boy looking like a giant Cadbury egg. I'm like, get this nigga out of here. Get this nigga out of here. Why is he here? Why is he here? I would love to know. It's like, oh man, I'm out here looking for Spider-Man. Oh, check out this app. It tracks down Spider-Man. And I'm like, wow, I know another stalker. Birds of a feather, huh? By the way, this picture that I tried to do, it took a while to like generate it, because the generation was like, we can't make you change certain characters, and I'm like, I'm gonna make Zendaya white, and you're gonna watch. And it took me a minute, and I finally did it. I'm like, that's what I fucking thought, bitch. That's what I thought. They were like, okay, we'll make Zendaya white. And I'm like, that's what I fucking thought. We do not mention Last Jedi. That wasn't a damn disaster. Wait, what? What are we talking about? Oh, you guys are talking about... Okay, you guys are talking about it. Okay. I just walked into that. Okay. Hey everybody, this is Mr. Hardcore Mode, where nothing's easy. Warriors and witches, how y'all doing? And God bless. You guys wanted me to check out the Crimson Desert review from Maxor. Never heard of this guy, but we're gonna give it a shot. We're gonna check it out. Here we go.
Has a lot of footage of people smacking into the ground at Mach 10 speed. Crimson Desert is one of the least understood games that I have ever covered on this channel, because either you've never touched it and only vaguely recognize it from this tweet, which extols the virtues of being able to beat women, or
yes,
you have actually played it and immediately forgot about the entire thing because playing this game is like falling asleep to the Shrek Forever After DVD menu. So for the majority who don't know, Crimson Desert is the newest innovation in AI-powered open-world gaming technology, miraculously allowing the player to freely move in any direction without the need for loading screens, all while featuring riveting combat, intense platforming, and meticulous collection of ancient precursor artifacts. Except no, the game I am actually describing is Jak and Daxter: The Precursor Legacy for the PlayStation 2, which you can actually run natively on your PC without emulation using this cool software that decompiles your ISO called OpenGoal. Except no, again, I am actually playing Jak and Daxter: The Precursor Legacy inside of The Sims 3. For this reason, Crimson Desert is also a very polarizing game. Either you love it, or you think that it is unrepentant slop. Slop, as a term, has gained a great deal of popularity for...
It's not slop. The only people that say Crimson Desert is slop are people that don't know how to follow the rules and think for 2 seconds and figure out a puzzle. Do you call me... I can't figure out puzzles in Resident Evil. Do you hear me calling it fucking zombie slop? No. I'm just retarded. Give me 2 seconds to figure it out.
Denoting a type of content that is derivative, mass-produced, made simply to be consumed by the largest number of cattle in the least amount of time, with various low-quality YouTubers even being forced to sell their souls to gamer sups energy drinks for money, selling their viewers various zany types of energy slop at the low price of 40 cents per serving and somehow not changing with inflation. I personally use gamer subs in order to work my 10-hour shifts at the job factory so I can have the privilege of producing so much shareholder value. Click the link below for 10% off my funny flavors, or the free market will be forced to build a data center in your house. Or perhaps that is all commie bullshit. It's not like baiting people with politics on the internet is really easy or anything. So to prove the political neutrality and objectivity of my news and fact-orientated YouTube channel, for my next trick...
What the fuck was the... What?
And objectivity of my news and fact-orientated YouTube channel, for my next trick, I will misgender a non-binary person while acknowledging that this video was written on stolen land. Though I will have to comment that I am personally against the mass immigration of Paleolithic refugees into the sovereign borders of Demonis. Someone once made the mistake of letting Greymanes in, and they have already formed an ethno-state in Hernand, right next to the Goblin one. And while...
Yeah, everybody's thinking about it. I know that David Jaffe was like, bro, these are Jews. And I'm over here. Everybody's making a joke about David Jaffe and going like, bro, they're literally referencing Jews. They even got symbolism of Jews right on here. And everybody's like, no, they're not. You're just racist and anti-Semite. And I'm over here just like, nah, he's right. Nah, he's right. Nah, he's right.
Calling this game slop isn't exactly an accurate term. It is a funny one. So that is the one that I'm going to be using now.
Revenant 2015. Good movie, by the way.
Hernand, right next to the goblin one. And while calling this game slop isn't exactly an accurate term, it is a funny one. So that is the one that I'm going to be using now. Try to look at the terrain design for like 3 seconds and tell me with a straight face that the art direction was not done by ChatGPT. Goals. What are my goals when making this video? Make discourse about this video game absolutely impossible to have. Make every analysis and opinion about it completely irrelevant for no reason. Let us agree to never reconcile any opinions that we might be thinking of right now. Features. The main selling point of Crimson Desert is that it has features in it, making it the ideal game for those who love to consume content, like the experience of scrolling YouTube shorts if they were YouTube.
Let's be honest. Crimson Desert is a fun game. Okay, there's a lot of stuff that you can do in the game. It's a really, really fun game. You can come at it going like, bro, you know what this game should be? It should be a linear game about the god of war and him spreading his ashes with his son. But they didn't want to do that. They wanted to make a game where it was open world, you could do whatever you want. This is the one game where you could literally do whatever you want. Don't listen to Todd Howard. This is the game where you do whatever the fuck you want.
Blogs. It plays like a manhwa reads, and it reads like an Instagram reel about my grandma getting hit by a bazooka. Crimson Desert has robust combat, various bosses, advanced puzzle solving for the next 3 hours or so, house building, armor dyeing, Farmville, fishing, liberal use of an Evangelion, and so much more than is actually fun. Why does game this so many inside of it have our things? Well, Crimson Desert is first and foremost a game made by South Koreans, which doesn't really sound like a relevant detail until you first understand that Korean society is a series of cram schools and corporate humiliation rituals, and sometimes in the middle.
He's right. He's 100% right. I worry about those kids over in South Korea and Japan, bro. But hear it again.
Korean society is a series of cram schools and corporate humiliation rituals, and sometimes in the middle, you get to play StarCraft. 75% of young people in this nation want to leave it. We are talking about the
yes. 100 times yes. I love those areas, but good lord, man. Those, like... I like how South Korea wants to be so liberal, but at the same time, they want cogs in the fucking machine, which is funny because that's literally no wonder South Koreans like America so much.
Closest thing that humanity has to an endangered species. This is
because like I think the biggest thing about America is like, yo, leave us the fuck alone. I'm gonna do my own thing. And when you hear that, Japan kind of likes that, and South Koreans kind of like that. So it's kind of like, yeah, I would like to not do a corporate job where I just work for 12 hours a day.
This is a nation that is actively looking to occupy itself so that death seems like it is coming a little bit faster. Why is this relevant to our game? Because every single conversation, every menu, every person, and every mechanic in Crimson Desert exists solely to give you a different ethnicity to cleanse from the face of the earth. So the entire notion that I should be paying attention to literally anything that anyone is saying feels like an insult to my intelligence. I know the outcome of this conversation we're having right now feels like an insult that I should be paying attention to literally anything that anyone is saying feels like an insult to my intelligence.
That might be Jesus, maybe. Who knows?
I know the outcome of this conversation we're having right now. It is the same as the last 30 conversations I've been dragged into, and every single one of them ends with a demand for goblin genocide.
That's... See, we joked and said, how dare you want to try to skip the dialogue? Why would you want to skip the dialogue, man? It's all about the dialogue. And then you see the dialogue in this game and you're just like, my mistake. Skip that dialogue. Skip that dialogue, bro. Because if there's one thing that South Korea and even China a little bit, they don't know how to make compelling stories like and compelling dialogue. Like if somebody tells you to do something in Crimson Desert, it's literally one for one exactly what you think it's going to be. When they open their mouth and they're just like, "Ah, yes. How are you doing?" "No, I don't need any help. I'm all good." He's like, "As you could see, all of my farm animals are still in my barn." "Oh no. All of my farm animals have run away from my barn." And you're thinking in your head, I gotta go get the barn animals. How am I supposed to deal with this? Oh, well, I need to make sure that is my staff here? No, my staff is not here. Ah, if there was only some adventurer out there that would be able to get my farm animals. I'll get them. Would you? It would be a pleasure. And I'm like, Jesus, just skip all of that. Just skip all of that. Because there, there are a great many things within Asian video games that are fucking great. But there are some moments within dialogue and storytelling where I'm just like, bro, I got bread and I got turkey and I got mayonnaise. Can I at least get some cheese, lettuce, tomato, jalapenos? If you would be so fucking kind, maybe some onions. What the fuck? And you're watching, you play the first fucking 5 minutes of an Asian game, and you're thinking to yourself, these niggas want me to fight God at the end of this, don't they? And you do! You end up fighting God at the end of it. Jeez. Every fucking time.
And look, okay, I am definitely not saying that this game might have a problematic depiction of goblins or anything. I just think that it's kind of weird that they happen to live as a minority of inherently conniving traders, black marketeers, and profit-driven debt collectors with the sole honor of being able to charge
See, I'm not the only one thinking it.
White people usury and run all of Hernan's financial institutions. I'm sure that this has absolutely no relation to any hypothetical stereotypes that may or may not exist in real life. I just think that this game might not be for you if you are Italian. Racism is a core mechanic of this game's narrative.
Thank fucking God. I can't leave the shop and walk 35 seconds?
The literal main quest of the game is entirely about a never-ending hereditary blood feud between two slightly different variations of Scandinavian Mayo monkeys. This is a role-playing game where I am forced to roleplay as an Icelandic Josef Mengele, genocidally cleansing the entire face of Petlun because Cliff, as a licensed therapist apparently, can only ever respond to Hitler's dialogue with slightly different variations of yes and what happened. To put it simply,
he's right. That's literally all you got.
Yeah, questing in this game is,
and the other two people that you could actually use do the same thing.
An absolute nightmarish slog, predicated by the idea that dialogue in and of itself is either a route to American historical reenactments or a vehicle to a 2-hour puzzle in which you slowly and manually move boxes around, hoping in vain that you will.
I hated this puzzle. Fuck this puzzle.
Swiftly die of old age. I want you to imagine this given scenario. You're playing an open world game and definitely not a spreadsheet with a realistic scan of Delaware on top. So you say to yourself, I would like to see locations and experience new areas outside of my current spatial understanding because I am human. Then you see a castle in the distance and think to yourself, wow,
I want to go there.
I can't wait to see what adventures await me over there. Only to discover that the castle has no enemies inside of it, no loot you can actually find, and the knowledge that you have now wasted 20 minutes of your.
And then you talk to some random fuck. Not random, it's within Hernand. Because if you don't talk to the leading people within those subsections, that castle is empty. Thank God I knew that beforehand. Thank God. And so when I was talking to the nobles were like, I'm gonna send this nigga over to that fucking icy fucking castle area. And lo and behold, there was like a whole bunch of loot, enemies, and even a boss. However, doing that too much will piss people off. Okay? Like, I understood it, and now that's what I do now. That's the first thing that I do when I go to a section or a region. I talk to the nobles and I talk to the main people, and then I get to do the big cool shit. But it can get really annoying when you just want to explore. Don't come up to people saying you could explore and do whatever you want, and then give people an empty castle that can't be interacted with until you talk to some random nigga with a fucking crown.
Your narrowing lifespan. How devious and quirky. Then, 7 hours of real time later, you just happen to be taking a random quest that you
He's gonna say it. He's gonna say it.
Found on a spreadsheet wherein this just happened to be taking a random quest that you found on a
There it is. There it is.
Spreadsheet wherein this desaturated ice dweller has the actual caucasity to inform me of this mysterious
and he tells you in front of your face, go back. That place that was empty, yeah, go back. Now, lucky, you can teleport back if you've done enough of the teleportations, but it's fucking annoying.
Hitherto unknown castle in the distance containing unique enemies and an entire boss fight in it, because I cannot emphasize it enough, this scenario is every single thing in Crimson Desert. In this game, you can grab a tree and use it to catapult yourself. You can clean objects with a broom. You can scramble your brains.
He's done that like 5 times. I believe 5 or 6 times he's been in front of the railroad and getting hit by the train.
Like Sonic the Hedgehog.
He's done that like 10 times.
And you can even go fishing, just like in Jak and Daxter, the precursor legacy for the PlayStation 2. But when I decided that I wanted to see this castle, this mountain, this battlefield with 9,000 robotic bees, and this Crimson Desert in the video game called I forget the name. I was told to come back later.
He's done it like 11 times. Why did that one kill me? He's done it like 10 times. And that one finally...
After I had spoken to a random rock 5 zip codes away and listened to the most boring explanation of anything I have ever seen. This problem gets so much worse than you think it is. It is not just castles, there are entire nations in this game that exist purely in the context
Calfade, that fight with the Calfade was fucking great.
Of the main quest, and after that are literally never seen or heard from ever again.
Yep. Exactly. We did that whole thing at Calfade, and then there was nothing else. I was like, yo, Calfade, we got a whole giant war, and then the war ended. And then they were like, all right, get out of here. What? Yeah, get out of here. I did a whole Calfade fucking giant war. And then they were just like, all right, get out of here. Get out of here. Is this one of those games you have to follow the story while exploring? Not just the story, but anything that's on the map that pertains to what is this wise old man on the menu? You might want to speak to him. Just speak to him. Because right now I'm doing the same exact thing that I'm pissed off about yet again. There's this one area in Crimson Desert that is completely like mysterious and shit, where they got like fucking hidden houses on top of trees. And I'm telling myself, wait a minute. It feels like I have nothing to do here. Wouldn't it be smart of me to contact the people within this region and then something crazy happens over here? And then it happens again.
just like my dad, the game does not expect you to actually have a memory about anything at all. Entire mechanics will just show up and then randomly disappear into the void for 30 hours. Did you happen to like the dialogue mechanics with fucking 10 seconds of pausing between each line? Yeah, me neither. So why is it in the game for exactly 2 mandatory quests? Can we please make that number 0, because it feels like I am having a stroke right now, and not the good kind. Hitherto unknown antagonists who are now suddenly really important to the plot apparently keep appearing and get killed within the span of 30 minutes, never to be seen or mentioned ever again. Everything is paced like it is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure if every single stand user talked in fucking Mad Libs. That is why Crimson Desert is so forgettable.
The JoJo Bizarre Adventure thing was perfect because those people, the bear claws or whatever, those antagonists with the bear claws, I'm over here like, bro, these are the people that were responsible for our death and the betrayal of the Paloons, of our people, and then I end up killing. I'm over here thinking like, oh shit, these are legendary enemies. I kill them and I never hear from them again. I'm like you'll, like in JoJo Bizarre Adventure, you'll run into some crazy fucking enemies, and then a side character will take care of that person, and I'm just like, nigga, what about it? I'm like that's literally what it's like. JoJo Bizarre Adventure, literally you have no idea what any of the characters are gonna pull up out of their hat. Like it's fucking crazy how the abilities and even the story, where you're just like, okay, this nigga right here will not get defeated, or the main character will have to defeat this one, and then a side character takes care of it, and I'm just like, wait, what? Was he bullshitting?
Because the actual game itself is constantly forgetting. The literal second that the player looks away from something or someone, thing ceases to exist. And
he's right. There's so much shit going on that your brain will be like, I can't focus on that now. I need to focus on this. And then you'll walk around doing a quest and random shit will happen around you, and you're just like, I one thing at a time, please. And then during the patches, because they do patches like weekly now, where they'll just be like, here's some new fucking features within the game. And I'm just like, stop, there's too much. And then if I get one mission that says, this one lady wants you to put 50 apples in her basket, I'll be like, yeah, I'll just do that. I'll just do that. He's like, hey, Sonny, can you put these apples in a basket? Yes, I'll do that. I can't. It's like information and quest and story overload, and you're just like, let me just do one thing.
Believe me, I really tried to get them to exist, okay? There is just nothing here. But oh my god, Max, there are things in the game. Haven't you seen the things to do in the world, Max? Haven't you fought these fucking 4 identical copies of the same guy? Haven't you done the quest?
He's right about that one. That boss over there, identical to the other one, but he's different because he's blue now.
Where you rescue this goblin and he tells you to go fight the 50 simultaneous wolves? Yes, I have, dipshit. And look, if you like things to do, you know, if you're like a 40-year-old dad who just wants to come home and be assigned a task as is their natural inclination, I am not going to yuck someone else's home and be a shit. And
Hold
look,
on.
if you...
What did he say?
Like things to do, you know, if you're like a 40-year-old dad who just wants to come home and be assigned a task as is their natural inclination,
Did he just shoot himself?
I am not going to yuck someone else's yum, but it's probably because you were not given a soul at birth. Does anything that I do affect the world? No. I fight bosses, I do puzzles, I take a random quest from a guy and watch a mass shooting happen at the circus completely unprompted by anything.
What the fuck?
I go back to my camp, I sell the bodies that I looted to build up my Farmville minigame, I go to sleep,
Farmville
and
minigame.
then I do it all over again, and you know what? I like the Farmville minigame.
Yep.
Chapter 2, the Farmville mini.
That's how this game gets you, bro. When it everybody likes to get assigned tasks, especially men or boys, if the tasks are fun and intuitive. You can't just come up to somebody and say, "Hey man, can you do something for me?" Well, first of all, am I going to get paid, and what am I doing? Oh, you'll get paid. I just want you to count the blades of grass in my field. Fuck you. Hey, can you do a task for me? Yeah, sure. If I can get paid, I'll definitely pay for yeah, I'll definitely pay you. Could you set up a farm and get me two a male and female of each farm animal so I can start a growth pattern with my farm and start up a garden? And I'm like, well, if I'm going to do that, I'm going to need extra money, and I'm going to need some seeds, and we can get to work. He's like, yeah, because if I'm going to be doing all this, I want more money, and I'm also going to need some seeds. And if you don't have any seeds, I need to know where I can get some. See the difference? See the difference? Do you want to make a farm? Do you want to make a garden? Do you want to set up like some bazaar where you can sell your loot? Or do you want to count blades of grass for 50 gold? That's what it is.
Please hear me out, okay? Because if this game's world isn't even going to try to motivate me at all, the least it can do is let me motivate me at all.
Yeah.
There is genuine progression in the Farmville minigame, and frankly, it's a really good idea because unlike the main quest, I am the one deciding what I do with my camp.
That is probably the most powerful thing in this game, is that you could decide whatever the fuck you want to do. Nobody's coming out and saying like, bro, you have to do this. You have to do this. No, you don't. No, you don't.
I decide what weapons I'm going to upgrade. Maybe I want to chop down a tree so we can have wood. Maybe I send someone to get that wood and use that wood to build a farm. Maybe I identify an unprotected rival ethnicity in the mountains so that I may purloin that which they no longer need, sell them to my blacksmith, and invest the proceedings into a stock index fund. Maybe I want to go mining, but bandits have occupied the quarry, so I have to kill them. My gear isn't good enough, so I need to upgrade by getting a better smith, and that takes money, and oh my god, there is almost a game here. I can choose where to invest my money. I can invest in myself by purchasing 200 rotisserie chickens.
What is it? Why does he keep on pickaxing and axing everything?
And I had to search every single grocery store in the game for this, please laugh. I can invest in the Bank of Naples, where I can actually choose my investment strategy on the open market like some sort of
Is it? Oh, I thought it was Crusader Kings. No, it's not. It's Civilization.
Phidias Dutchman, or invested in the purchase of a new cart and the packaging of unique goods, then looking up where to sell those goods and then traversing the map and then running them back to another post. And it now just dawns on me that I am making a more compelling story than the narrative of any quest in this game.
And that's how they get you.
And it's not even close. If you want me to remember a location, do not make me save it. Make it mean something to me. Make the liberation of Palun from the Danish people unlock new territory and resources to exploit. Make exploration uncover new and lucrative trades so I can exploit the differences in wages to build a Labubu factory. Make anything in the story matter to the salt of the earth goblin skinner. And yet, I still have to mine random outcroppings of iron and copper like a Congolese child, even though I have an entire ethno-state at my personal command.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Why do you got me collecting ore when I got hundreds of niggas ready to die and work for me? Why am I collecting the ore, bro?
And because this game cannot decide between dialectical materialism or great man theory, one subscribing to the idea that change can only come through a single man's drive for profound and tremendous violence. That if there is a problem, it is because there are bad people in charge, they are bad because they decide to be bad, and all we have to do to solve the issue is to kill them. Nothing fundamentally changes except that we have to put the right people in charge, and the right people are always me. While the other one postulates that the advancement of society ultimately comes from collective material advancement and the endless struggle between differing modes of production, eventually culminating in the birth of a bourgeois goblin class. And with these two
wait, are you fucking serious?
are always me. While the other one postulates that the advancement of society ultimately comes from collective material advancement and the endless struggle between differing modes of production, eventually culminating in the birth of a bourgeois goblin class.
Bourgeois
and with
goblin
these two
class.
competing philosophies in the same game and indeed focused into a single Napoleonic figure who barely speaks in conversation, leads us to the final synthesis representing all the flaws and contradictions of Crimson Desert itself. This game, genuinely and accidentally, love it or hate it, is liberalism, and in conclusion, would be unable to commit to a coherent position on Israel. I hope that you liked reading my politically charged video essay about the role of autistic non-binary people under capitalism or something, as much as I liked writing it. I basically made up this entire video script, but in reality, no one is actually going to call me out if I lie, because ultimately, that requires actually remembering a game called Crimson Desert.
I love the game.
You know, which is actually pretty similar to a game called Jak and Daxter.
Okay, I like Jak and Daxter. Okay, I like Jak and Daxter. Wait, is the game liberalism? I don't think it is. On account of the sharing. Listen, the fact that nobody needs to work beyond their means. Oh, you mean your... Okay. I thought he meant the world. I think he means your character yourself. On the 5 years I've watched Maxor content, I've never seen him so genuinely mad at a game. I don't know if he's mad at the game. It looks like he's gotten pretty far in the game. How do you get that far and hate the game? It plays like manhwa reads is one of the greatest insults I've ever heard. Holy shit. This is somehow the most thorough review of Crimson Desert I've seen, and it's a 10-minute comedy review. I love how 80% of the entire video's runtime is just Max hitting the random things with his pickaxe. Actually wrote a politically charged video essay. He wasn't joking like all the other times. No, he went in. I don't know if it's less than before. Yeah, I'd give him a sub. Yeah, he's fucking hilarious. It's fucking great. I do love this game. I really do.
The liberation of
I honestly think about coming back to this game, but when it comes to coming back to this game, bro, you need a spreadsheet. Definitely. Yeah, you say Israel non-binary, he is trolling. Yeah, he is trolling. Watch his Doom Eternal review and you'll see what I mean. What do you mean? We'll see. We'll see. He's got an Outlast review. It's like, I'll look at one review. I'll look at a little bit of his Doom Eternal review. Wait, Doom Eternal? Well, there's a reaction to it. Why is there multiple fucking okay, all right.
I swear to God, if you throw me into that portal, I will fall. You were never one of us. You were nothing but an imposter. A false crewmate. You are silent.
I just bought this game.
Doom Eternal is a game with so much testosterone dripping from its orifices that it caused me to create a son via mitosis. In this adventure, you play as John Doom, a man stricken with irrationally severe autism who does not consider or think through his actions and effects on other people. And in his quest to save mankind, kills God, and Satan God, who is also himself. If this in-depth and engaging hardcore male gameplay sounds appealing, then I've got the game
what
for
the
you.
fuck?
This game is of course the sequel sequel to the critically acclaimed Doom 2016 with a few key differences.
Alright then, buddy. I'm going to shit yourself.
Which meaningfully extends and builds off of the gameplay and challenges that we love, then extends them some more off of a fucking cliff until the product that emerges out the other side resembles crack concentrate. If you're watching this, I'm assuming you've probably played the game, since I don't actually want to help people buy things. I'm here to entertain people, and if you're clamoring for entertainment and haven't purchased this game yet, do yourself a favor. There's enough male hormones here to transition
what? Stop bringing up that character.
Guarantee you results, my fellow Sigma males. So whether you're a psychopath like me or new to modern Doom games, come with me on this amazing journey through Twitch gameplay, beautiful environments, nonsensically fucked up lore, and remixed Mongolian throat singing. For money is temporary, but Doom is eternal.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. No need to watch any of that. Anyway, moving on. No need to watch any of that. Yeah, so, I'm good. I'm good. Also, I'm good. Yeah, no thanks. Okay. Moving on. None of the gameplay is sped up, by the way. I believe you. Anyway, let's move on. Okay. Hey everybody, this is Mr. Hardcore Mode, where nothing's easy. Warriors and witches, how y'all doing? And God bless. We are here to check up on Bethesda's previous developers. Previous. Laid off. Let go. Useless. Clowns. Degenerates. People that I think deserve to, you know, see a treadmill. You know what I mean? We're gonna go ahead and check out what they're doing, because apparently they're still outside. For how long? Who knows? I'm surprised they lasted this long. Bethesda union members are protesting after being laid off, and it's hilarious how out of touch they are. He's like, let's check out what they got to say.
I worked at ZeniMax.
More out.
Hold on.
Really loud.
Hold on. Let me go ahead and do this.
Morale is really low.
Stop. You don't know what okay? What morale? Okay? What morale? Okay? Let's move on.
Because, you know, we've been told that we're making great games that players love. And
when was your last game? When was your last game? Don't say anything related to Fallout 76. Don't say ESO. Nobody's playing ESO. When was your... Don't say Starfield. Don't. Just shut the fuck up. This is an Xbox layoff? No. No. Yes. But also... You saw... See, they were okay. These people were fat and happy, and they were okay with not making Elder Scrolls 6. They were fat and happy not making the next Fallout. And then they got laid off because they don't fucking do anything. And you... Get the fuck out of here, bro. Get the fuck out of here. You're all gone. Get the fuck out of here. Do you see this, nigga? Do you see this shit? None of you deserve anything. Get these commie fucking dirtbag. Get this shit fucking... This guy looks like he's got... This guy looks like he's been sucking Mao Zedong's tiny ass Chinese dick. And this is what he turned... He's got a flower on his throat and a fucking hammer and sickle on the side. This nigga's been slobbing on the best of best communist cocks his whole life. This... Get rid of him. Oh my gosh, Osher. I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but thank you, Indians. I can't believe I'm saying this.
that we're doing well, and to have this suddenly hit us has been a...
Yeah, because you're communists, need to leave. Why the fuck do we got the fucking guy... this guy with a fucking porn stash and sunglasses and it's like and his stupid hat on. It's like, who? This nigga over here looking like. Why the fuck does he look like a gay Doctor Who? It's like, god damn. It's like, if Where Is Waldo had a husband, this nigga over here, this old ass Betty, fuck you, bitch. You old ass bitch. You don't deserve to be here.
Huge shock to us.
Mao liked 12-year-olds? Well, here we go. Well, you know, if the shoe fits, you know what I mean? Let's keep going.
That we're making great games that players love.
You're not, and nobody likes you.
And to have this suddenly hit us has been a huge
bunch of
shock
faggots.
to us.
It sucks.
I'm doing great. You guys never cared about us, but as soon as you as soon as you get laid off, all of a sudden you motherfuckers want to go outside and exercise. Kiss my black ass.
We make all kinds of games, all kinds.
Get this fucking disgrace of a fucking human being. My father hates me, or my father fucked me in the ass, therefore I work at Bethesda. Looking ass nigga out of here. Get these grandma glasses. Fuck, bro. If you're ever wondering why Divinity, the trailer, had only lizard people fucking women, now you know why. Because individuals like this become developers. They were sitting fat and happy doing zero
Of people love.
It'd be really nice if we could just get back to work and make them games that will
war never changes, neither does corporate greed. You signed off to the corporate. You have two corpos on you. Bethesda is a corporation and Xbox is a corporation. So don't get double penetrated. It looks like you took on a lot of fucking penetration, Judge. Looks like you took on a lot of corporation while you were working there. You know, you look pretty heavy. It looks like you took a lot of corporation up there. You got double penetrated by corpos, and now you're mad that you ain't got none of that anymore. Let me tell you guys something. These buildings that they work at, ZeniMax, Bethesda, ID Software, it doesn't fucking matter. These people, their lifestyle within these companies is so incredibly comfortable, it'll make you sick. You'll walk in day one working at Bethesda and you'll find 5 different things that you're just like, why do we need that? Why do we need this? Oh, we got a foot massage area. We got a place to... We have a Chinese lady ready to give me a body massage. We got a puppy center. We got... what else do we got? Oh, we got our communist center. All of these fucking people... listen, I'm not about abortion until I find out that you're a communist. Okay? You gotta come out the womb. You gotta live life. And then when I see you looking like this outside of your job that you got laid off, now I'm ready to abort your ass. Okay? Now I'm ready. I'm not. No, not at the womb. We don't know yet. But as soon as you come out the womb and you look like this broccoli-headed Deborah Wilson's sister with fucking cocaine lipstick on, then I'm gonna have to abort you. I'm gonna have to do that. Microsoft runs on layoffs. You all run on communists. Stop. Just shut the fuck up. You all deserve a McDonald's fucking... No, don't even work at McDonald's, because you're gonna piss me off if you get my order wrong. Just find a hole and just live there.
find a generation of video gaming.
I worked at ZeniMax.
You definitely have to go. You definitely have to go. These are the types of people. Quality assurance at ZeniMax. I assure you, you're fired.
For about 5 years.
What? Look at you. You look like a fucking clown. If I had a place that I was working at, starting up an indie company, and I see you look like this, I'm going to tell you to turn your ass around. And yeah, I can do that over here in America. I don't need to hire everybody. I can hire you based on your looks. Yes, I fucking can. You guys do it already with your DEI initiatives.
We are having a
people over profits. Nah, I'm pretty sure you people love profits on the fact that you guys eat a lot. No devs, no games. They're still making the games. You're just not needed. As a matter of fact, they're probably going to lay off even more people because I tell you right now, things are more efficient with a lower amount of teams than all these fucking weirdos and freaks. All of these people should be living in a farm, taking care of farm animals, and then we just tell they're going to take care of the farm animals, and then as soon as they're done taking care of the farm animals and we need those farm animals, we just tell them, hey, we're going to get rid of Bernard, Larry, Susie, and Jackson. Say goodbye to them. The cow, the chickens, the hens. Yeah, say goodbye to them. Oh man, we took such good care of them. You guys did a great job. We're just gonna move them from one location to another, and then we fucking eat them in the next location. That's their lifestyle. Taking care of those animals, and then just pretending like those animals are gonna live forever.
A march and a rally to demand dignity and
dignity and respect. All you nigga. With all these men with fucking titties, bro, you gotta fucking bulk up. Look, I'm out there fucking picking up shit. The fuck are we, bro? No, are you wearing a mask? Really? After what the fuck we just went through? Are we serious right now? Are we for real right now? All these fucking fat ass retards collecting. Bro, it feels like they're at a line for a Chipotle convention. That's what it feels like.
Respect and an end to the cycle of layoffs.
The cycle of layoffs? You're right. It is a cycle of layoffs. Do you know what a cycle of layoffs means? It means it keeps on going because there's going to be more people in front of there. And I'm going to tell you right now, those people that are inside the building don't give a fuck. Well, until they're out on the street too, but they don't give a fuck. Todd Howard doesn't give a fuck, I can tell you that. Todd Howard is just like every single one of these individuals. Losers. Complete and utter losers. They're even holding signs that say players deserve better, and it's like, oh, where was this energy the entire time that corrupt AAA has been taking? Listen. When did Skyrim come out? 2011. What the fuck were you doing? And why are you hiring communists? Because I can tell you right now, if you came into my office with that shit on, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you, and then I'm gonna kick you out. I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna beat the pail out your ass, okay? Because you're a fucking problem. You're gonna get the fuck out of here. The only reason that because all of a sudden now they want to fucking exercise. These people do not give two shits about you. They only care about them fucking selves. Do not look at evil as if evil looks at you with a fucking grimace, sort of a furrowed brow. Evil smiles. Evil cracks deals. Evil looks at you like you're an opportunity. That's what evil looks like. It looks like that. So fuck all these fucking gay ass retards. You get what you fucking deserve. Go fuck yourself. Oh my god, bro. Fuck them. Fuck them. We got a little bit of information on the PlayStation Blackout. Apparently it's getting some momentum, but I think the only thing that I really care about in this whole thing is pretty much the amount of people that are not going to play on PlayStation for a great amount of time, but we'll see. The blackout is planned from 23rd to the 30th. Now, I can understand that. I can understand you should do this longer, first of all. I know that there's a lot of people doing petitions, but you have to. The petition won't do shit. The best way for you to take care of these sort of layoffs is for you to not purchase their shit. It is not to keep on doing the whole community notes. That's perfect. But you need to let every single person know, back and forth, up and down, left and right. You need to let them know that every single game that they purchase off PlayStation, they do not own that game. As a matter of fact, right now, PlayStation 3, if you got a PlayStation 3 game and you bought it, a lot of those games on PlayStation 3, there's a good chance that those games that you bought, those licenses are probably getting expired. And that's where the problem happens. That's where the problem lies. Because you need to start educating people. The biggest thing you can do is never purchase or subscribe to their shit, and educate other people on what PlayStation is doing. That is the biggest moment. Fuck all this fucking... If you want to black out and not get on the PlayStation for a week, that's fine. But you need to get off there permanently. Permanently. Every time that they get fucked... And they did get hacked. They did get hacked recently, and that was fucking hilarious. But I'm telling you, like every one of these sort of servers, including Xbox and even Steam, every time that these sort of areas are unavailable, they lose a great deal of money very, very fast. And here's the thing, though. You have to do that now. You have to do that now and permanently. You can't do this whole thing where it's like, sign up. It's not enough. You need to, players are being urged not to log into PSN. That's great. That's great. You need to do a permanent version of all this. You have 345,000 people signing. They could easily forget that. I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Once GTA 6 comes out, they're going to heavily forget any of this shit that you're saying. A lot of them are. But that's all I got to say on that. I want to by the way, I found a game and I got a game. I'm not going to specify what I'm talking about. What the fuck is that? Okay. Y'all are pretty terrible with morally gray characters, so I don't know if folks can handle an accurate version of the X-Men. Me, when people criticize my hyper mind-raping sadistic murder hobo. Okay, alright. Yeah, sure. Alright. Yeah. Let's change it to this. This year, just during the FIFA World Cup, ICE arrested 905 human traffickers and saved 180 victims and 30 children. Just a not so gentle reminder that if you have a fuck ICE in your bio, yeah, you're helping a rapist or a child like rapist. Yeah. Yeah. 100%. Yep. Yeah, true. True. Now, what's up? How you doing, Craig? Long time no see. Now, I did see this. Let's check this out. By Stellar Blade.
たい目を開けた瞬間から更新されていく世界昨日のニュースも約束も指の先で流れてく急いで急いで誰かに追いつくみたいに私も上手な顔して足音早めてた返せないままのメッセージ会えないまま過ぎた週末また今度が増えるたび心だけ少し遅れてくでも今夜不意に窓に映った私が何が待ってるようで見ないふりができなかったもう一度恋をしたい恋をしたい恋をしたいゆらゆら揺れるくらい誰かを持ってみたいまだまだ怖いでも会いたい触れてみたい早すぎるこの世界でゆっくり君を知りたいもう一度恋をしたい恋をしたい恋をしたいドキドキなんて言えないけど少しだけ信じてみたいねえもう一度ねえもう一度今度は通り過ぎないように恋をしてみたいまだ名前も知らない Love 小さな声で calling you 予定はいつも待っていて季節を通じて気づいて寂しいなんて言う代わりに忙しいって笑ってた一人の夜も嫌いじゃない好きな音楽も選べるしだけど空いた隣の椅子を今日は片付けずに置くね完璧な人じゃなくていい完璧な私でもない言葉が少し足りなくても同じ速さで歩きたい気づかないように何も恥じないように少しくらい不器用でも明日を変えてみたいもう一度恋をしたい恋をしたい恋をしたいふわふわ浮かぶくらい誰かに夢中になりたいまだ言えないでも会いたい近づきたい変わり続ける街の中変わらない目を見つけたいもう一度恋をしたい恋をしたい恋をしたいときめきなんて古くても私には必要みたいねもう一度ねもう一度小さな勇気を抱きしめて恋をしてみたい
Okay. How many? Two things. I don't really care. I honestly don't really care. Luckily, what I've heard is the music is real. It's actually done by a real person. The music and the lyrics are real. The person who's singing it's real. The only thing that's different is the video is not real. And a lot of people are upset, of course, and I can understand that, but AI is not going away, guys. And I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Every AAA company is using AI. As a matter of fact, some indie developers are using AI. So you're going to have to lock that shit up. It's just how it is. And also, by the way, can I remind people, literally 5 years ago, this would have not been possible. It's only gonna fucking get better. But what's cool about this thing is you get a little bit of what Evie's sort of personality is. I thought she was gonna be a little bit more serious. And, oh wow, wait, there's more? You AI'd your own developers? You AI. How did you? Wait. Now, no, she's not real. She's not real. I know that guy. I know that guy. He's base. Wait, what? Smash. Why is she always eating? She's always eating. That's the character. Always fucking eating. There was one part that I really liked. Where is it? I like this one. And this one. Like, she's just... I'm over here just like, bro, this video is like 3 minutes. It's like 4 minutes. It's 4 minutes of her just chowing the fuck down. Okay, alright. Okay, so she's definitely got a certain personality. That's fucking adorable, bro. Damn. I can't wait. I can't wait to see... I can't wait to see... another Asian to be, you know, labeled as a child. Because all Asian women are children. It's like, oh my god, child. It's an old man. What are you doing under that old man robot's fucking desk? You're like 14. Or at least that's what the internet told me. I do like... You're gonna collect a lot of shit in this game. Wait, K-pop demon hunters? What the fuck? I'm gonna be honest, this is a highly detailed, like, generative AI. You could still tell it's AI. But... Hey, man. Times are coming. It is what it is. Be mad about it now, because you're not gonna be mad about it later. And I actually want, I want AI to be accessible to everybody, because I want other developers to make their own games and do their own thing and innovate and create new things. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, trying to step in within the game industry, and you're just some white man in the gaming industry trying to get into the AAA industry, don't do that shit. Don't do that shit. Just get away from that. Okay? Just stop. Just make your own thing. Grab 1 or 2 buddies of your own and decide, hey guys, we can work on this game every weekend. And then we'll just go from there. And then try to use AI. There's already a couple of people that I know within the indie space trying to use generative AI. And it's just gonna be a thing. And people are going to get pissed, especially liberals. Everybody's going to get pissed, but it's... If the game is good at the end of the day, that's all that matters. Now, let's just say... Now, let's reverse the roles. Dragon Age... the Veil Guard. Okay? Dragon Age the Veil Guard does the same thing with like one of their songs or something like that. They're still gonna get hate. It doesn't matter whether or not it's some game that's steered towards me, or if it's people that are steered towards Dragon Age the Veil Guard or what have you. People are still gonna get angry, but that's quickly changing right now. Right now it's people are going like, well, what are we doing? I mean, my only gripe right now, my only gripe is the fact that we need to make sure that mankind, that mankind doesn't try to over policy like AI. And you know exactly what I mean. I don't mean, oh shit, well, we don't want to let the AI breach our security systems. I'm not talking about that, you dumbass. I'm talking about like, bro, this AI, I want it to do a certain thing. I want it to do this, this, and this. And then the AI says something like, well, I can't do that because that's racist. And I'm just like, you see what I mean? I would like to open up like generative AI and then be like, listen, I want to do this, this, and this. Can you do it? Yeah, cool. Oh, you want the girls to be naked with double D's? Sure, awesome. Do you want it to fucking wear a swastika? Yeah, sure. I can do whatever you want. And like you should be able to have the freedom to design and make what you want. However, there's a lot of people out there that have forgotten certain artists that actually have made art, and that art got stolen. Everybody remembered what happened with Marathon, where somebody's art got stolen. I didn't fucking forget. We can talk about these whole things with generative AI all day, but can we remind ourselves what happened with Marathon, where they openly said, hey, well, they didn't openly say it. We found out. They didn't tell us shit. They didn't tell us shit until we found it. They stole fucking art. This is not the same. It's just not. And then for some odd reason, the funny thing is, people like to act like, oh man, it was only a subsection of Bungie. No, it was all Bungie. All of them knew. Okay? They all knew. Let's stop playing games here. And so now I am really, really interested in seeing what people could make with generative AI. And also the funny thing is, I want there's one last thing I want to talk about before we end this. There are people out there making video games, anime, movies without generative AI, and then there's people that are making things using generative AI. So now we get the best of both worlds. The only thing is, did you also know that you could also fail at a project? You could fail at making a video game using generative AI. You could actually fail at producing like an income with making a film using generative AI. You could still fail. And also you could still fail by making a movie, video game / whatever short film. People could literally ignore it even if you don't use generative AI. It still is all in the matter of what you give to the people. That's all that really truly matters. And if it doesn't resonate with people, then it will fuck right off to the sun. But this whole idea like, oh man, there's only gonna be generative AI, that's not actually true. That's not true at all. Because there's a lot of people out there that actually do things, and there's certain people which I find actually fucking endearing, and actually an amazing thing is that it's split between 50-50. That's half people, like I would say 60-40. 60% of people don't really care, and the 40% actually do care, and they'll make their own thing without using AI at all. And I think that's fucking great. Nobody's coming out and saying, oh, you have to do this. Or he's like, oh, you can't have AI. I don't like that idea. We're not living in fucking, like, in the West. I was gonna, we don't live. He's like, what do you think? This is Somalia where we don't have rights? But no, the video is fine. It's not the best. But I did like the fact that you get a little glimpse of her personality. And I think that's cool. But anyway, I'm going to end it there. Roman artists blatantly stole their entire style from the Greeks. How did that work out for them? Never mind. Anyway, guys. I'm going to end it there. Thanks so much for joining me today. It's been great to see each and every one of you. Definitely, I want more tools for people that don't have the funds. I really do. Because this game industry keeps on trying to fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Like you can say like, oh man, well I don't like this because they have AI on it. Well, we just got Mixtape and no AI was involved. So yeah, apparently it's a 10 out of 10. So Mixtape comes out and it's a 10 out of 10 banger. But we're gonna start yelling at Stellar Blade, Blood Rain. Okay. All right. We already know that they're going to give Stellar Blade a 5 or 4 out of 10. Okay? So this industry is slowly but surely healing. We just need to get there. We need to keep on going, guys. So don't give up. Go out there, create, innovate, do your thing. And for the love of God, cancel PlayStation. Oh, wait. Is it called PlayStation Plus? It's literally Disney Plus, but it's just place. Holy shit, it is. Yeah, and for the love of God, cancel PlayStation Plus. Wow. I'm going to try my best not to read this before we do our thing. I really want to read this. We'll start at The Hobbit, by the way. We will start at The Hobbit. And when should we start reading? Oh my God. You know what? Let's fucking do it tomorrow. Am I able to read with you guys? I think I'm able to read with you guys. I don't think there's any law at reading books. I don't think there's anything on that on YouTube or Twitch or anything. Twitch, I don't give a fuck about. Except Venom. I care about you, Venom. I hear you, bro. I see you. But we'll try to read some Hobbit tomorrow and give it a test drive. See what we can do from there. And if you guys like it, I'll keep doing it. If I'll do 2 streams of reading this week. And if it works out, I'll keep going. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. You can read The Hobbit on live stream. Some books you can't. Oh, shit. Now I gotta look this up. God damn. Are you talking about just Hobbit or... I gotta look this up. God damn it. Fuck it. See what I mean about rules? You see what I mean about rules, bro? Make a Kick account? I do have a Kick. No, not without permission from the... See what I fucking mean, guys? See what I fucking mean? Tokens is like... Streaming platforms, Twitch, YouTube, etc. Treat reading a full copyrighted book allowed as a public performance. Okay, I gotta get a practical. Okay, if you do it anyway, high risk of takedown notices. You deleted VODs. Yeah, I'm just not gonna do it. All right, well, I tried. At least I got some books to read. I got this that I gotta read. I'm getting myself a Bible. New books would probably get you flagged. I was just trying to have fun, but fucking A, bro. Hey, you can't read Lords of the Fallen, but what you know what you can do? Hey, so, okay, that's a good question. Can I watch Rings of Power on stream? So I cannot read Lord of the Rings, but can I watch Rings of Power on stream? I'm gonna be honest, guys, you're not gonna like this answer. No, you cannot legally watch... Wait, what? Streaming it live, recording it... Wait. I thought you could. I thought there was a whole Amazon/Twitch thing. Did they change that? Because I remember them doing like a Amazon/Twitch thing, and they were like, "Oh, you're gonna watch this on Twitch? Okay, it's all good." I can understand YouTube not saying that. I guess maybe that changed. Titty streamers are fine now. Okay. I was reading a Song of Ice and Fire on here. They get yeeted though. You can't show it. Okay, so you can't show it. Well, that's kind of like any watch along. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Well, it is what it is, guys. Anyway, I appreciate each and every one of you. We're going to play some more Resident Evil. I will see you guys next time. Take care. God bless you all. I'll see you guys next time.